talking about the subculture of the Polynesian islands, particularly Samoa. So before I begin, our show fans, who knows anybody that's Samoan or is Samoan or like knows like celebrities that are Samoan? Yeah, so, one of the biggest celebrities that is Samoan is, a lot of you may know, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and he's like one of the biggest icons in the Samoan culture, and a lot of Samoans and Polynesians look up to Dwayne because he's one of the first Polynesians to be successful. You know, that way. Another big one is an athlete that played for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Troy Polamalu, who is also Polynesian and Samoan, and a lot of the Samoan athletes look up to Troy Polamalu as well. So today I'll be talking about the history of Samoa, the values of the Samoan people, and the lifestyle of Samoans, which is a little bit like harsher, but you know it's meaningful to a lot of other people, to a lot of Samoans. And let's get started. So the history of Samoa. So Samoa was founded by the Europeans in 1722, and so when the Europeans found this, they decided, okay, these are basically navigator islands. So the Europeans would stop on the way. Basically, the Samoan Islands would be the halfway point for the Europeans, and they would go greet the chief and the chief's wife in the villages, and do all that. They get supplies, resources from the islands, but even though it was founded in 1722, Samoa didn't get its independence until 1962, and that was a big age gap after being used for, you know, warships to resupply the resources, and then they finally get the independence. So the values of the Samoan people is family. One of them is family. If I saw from the first presentation, I have Aina tattooed on my arm, which is family first, and that is the biggest thing for every Samoan family. It's always family. We're all family orientated. We do everything with family, and that shows that no matter like what family member is in trouble or what family member like hurts you and stuff, then they're all gonna be your family no matter what. The next value is tradition. So all Polynesians always have traditions. So our tradition is the dancing right here, which is, we have the fire knifing, also known as the sipatua. We have music. So that's a lot of one of our practices and traditions is the music. And then another value is religion. And the church, that's one of the churches in American Samoa. And I think that's in the capital of Apia. And basically the main religion for the Samoan Islands is Catholics. And like half of them, when they come to the mainland, they convert to Christian. But when you're born in the islands and you're raised in the islands, you are raised as a Catholic. Lastly is the lifestyle of the Samoan people. So when you go to the Samoan Islands, it's not this nice. It's got a little better, but it's still not that nice as it was. So a lot of the villages are broke down. There are basically torn down. They're like half housing. The only people that live in actual housing are the chiefs. But other than that, when you're a regular person in the village, you are living in huts basically similar like this. You have a roof, pillars on the outside to hold up the roof, and you're enclosed by weed blankets to keep all the mosquitoes out and make sure you don't get bit when you're sleeping. And that's similar to what it looks like now, because after the tsunami hit in 2009, that's what a lot of them look like now. And we're slowly starting to rebuild, because right now we don't have the resources for a lot of it. The next is the abuse. So a lot of Samoans are, you know, immune to basically the abuse because it comes from the islands. And basically how you are with your parents, you are raised the Fa'a Samoa way, which is respect your elders, respect your family, and respect others how you want to be treated. And also, when you're a kid, you do fe'aus, which is also known as chores. So chores is fe'aus in Samoan. And basically, if you don't do your fe'aus or your chores, or you disrespect your elders, you literally get beaten for however long your elders feel satisfied. And it's happened to me before. It's happened to Polynesians. My dad got whipped with a machete before. So it's a very abusive lifestyle, but a lot of the Samoans are immune to it. We actually make a lot of jokes out of it, you know, to see you got hit with like the worst object. And then the next thing is feuds. So even though a lot of Samoans, every Samoan values family and stuff, we all have feuds with different villages. So the village that I come from, or what my dad comes from, is the village of Mafau in American Samoa, and that we're basically a slave village to another village up top. And don't know what their name is, but that doesn't matter to me. But we feud with them a lot. My cousins will go to different villages in Pongo Pongo and Apia and a bunch of other villages to just pick fights with kids. And that starts feuds with different families and stuff. And it's not good, but you know, that's how you're raised. And that's how you live in the islands. And facts that you may know or not, stereotypes. We're not all fat. Okay, maybe 90% of us are, but like we're not all fat people. We all don't look like Maui from Moana. You know, we may be like big and tall and built tough, but if you get to know us, we're like the biggest teddy bears you ever meet. You know. And then the myth with the Samoan island, there is so in the Samoan mythical logical thing, there's a god of earthquakes called Tangoloa, which the story with him is Tangoloa was just chilling in the Pacific Ocean and with him and his family members, and he was just chilling there, and you know, he got angry and he was chilling on a rock, and he hit the rock so hard that it sprouted up mountains and made the Samoan island. So when they sit on the rock and he split the rock, it became two different countries, but there's American Samoa and then Western Samoa. Western Samoa is more a third world country, and American Samoa is U.S. territory soil. And that's basically what the myth was, that he was an angry god and made the Samoan Islands. And I think that's it. So if you want to know more about the Samoan culture, you can look up on YouTube 60 Minutes Samoa. You can also watch another movie, Siona's Wedding, which shows you like the practices and the traditions of the Samoan culture. And also you can watch a movie that just came out last year or 2 years ago in 2016 called Three Wise Cousins, and it's filmed in the island of Samoa, and it shows you the fe'aus that they did, basically just how they lived in the islands and stuff, but without the abuse, because they made it PG. Yeah, that's my presentation for you guys.